Alright, welcome back. This is the third video of the no nonsense walkthrough. Last video, I mentioned that you can skip ahead and you can come here on the third video to watch how to continue the storyline. If you did stay, I showed you where a rune farm is. You can level up. Um, and I went there, and as you can tell, oh, wrong button. I leveled up to level 14. My vigor went from 13 to 17. Um, just a quick little rune farm for those of you that want to play the game a little more honestly, or if you want to play the game uh, where it's not really making it easier, continue on here. And then those that, if you do want to get to a spot that's easier rune, you can level up, make it a little bit easier on yourself. Go ahead and run there. Look at the last video and I'll show you how to do it. Again, do it at daytime. A lot of enemies at nighttime that are a little bit more dangerous. So yeah, we're back at the site of grace, and now we're going to look at the map, and you can tell that it's pointing us in a direction to go this way. Now, when you go up here, there's a lot of action that happens here, and you can stop, you can fight them, but again, I am doing a no-nonsense playthrough, so I'm running past all the enemies. Um, Up to you, whatever you would like to do. You could stop, you fight everything, you could explore every crevice, get every weapon, whatever you are feeling. But I'm just going the route that's quickest. So you're going to go through this gate. There's going to be a lot of enemies. That troll up there is going to jump down eventually. Don't get this item. It's useless. It's only there so the troll lands on you. Run by everything. You want to jump over these. Double jump to get through them. This guy here is going to blow a horn. Yep, just keep sprinting. And then you get past him. Now you're getting to the shady spot. There's going to be a bunch of wolves. Just go up to this tree, capture this item. Very important item. And then keep running. There'll be wolves. You could fight them if you're not good at running away. Or you could just run by them like this and then hit the site of grace. Just for the sake of fighting them and just enjoying the game a little bit, I'm going to fight. If they follow me up here. Yep. So you see they're not as strong as you want. And I have not leveled up my dexterity or my strength. So this is still the base attributes that I got. If you pillage, you get these thin beast bones, which are useful later in the game. So you could collect them. You don't have to. I rolled to dodge that one. But you could stagger break these guys pretty good. And you can jump attacks. Another way to do it. I missed that. In that little pop-up told you when you vanquish an enemy group, if you use a flask, it'll refill one flask item. So if I was at 3, I killed a group of enemies, it'll go back to 4. I want to touch this grace. Continue with the story. There is a character over here. You can get this item as well. Like I said, I'm not going to avoid items. I'm just not going out of my way to get everything. So over here in the corner, you have our friend. You want to exhaust her dialogue, and then you're going to come back and exhaust it again in the future. You get a little emote. Eventually, if you're going to use summons, she will help you. So it's up to you. So we can't necessarily summon yet. We need the bell, which actually is Ronnie. But I want to first exhaust her dialogue. Okay, so we exhaust dialogue. Before we continue with the game, I'm going to go back and get that bell. Rest. I don't have to rest. I should have just traveled. That's on me. Alright, so I'm going to travel over to Church Ella. Now I'm going to talk to Ronnie here. It's important to talk to her. I call the Spectral Steed. There you go, Spirit Calling Bell. That's important if you're going to summon. And these are Lone Wolf Ashes. You can summon. There you go. Exhausted her dialogue. She's out. That's it. One of the best characters in the game right there. Alright, so now I'm going to travel back to where I was. Um, that appears when you get your summon. As the game progresses, we're going to get to what's called the round table hold, and that's after so many Site of Grace you visit or distance traveled. You probably will get it first prompted when you get to the tunnel, which is the next part we're going to do. We're going to run up this hill and run around, and then we're actually going to kind of keep it tight to this left side, or this right side, I guess, left when we get up there, and we're going to try to avoid all the fighting and just get to the next Site of Grace, which is like right over here in the hallway. Then that's right before Margit, who is the Foul Omen, and he is the first real big test, first real big boss. Technically, you could avoid him, but I will show you that in a minute. For now, get on your horse. We're going to run up here. It doesn't matter if it's nighttime in this part of the walkthrough. We're going to just avoid all these guys, get to the cliff, and as soon as you can, jump up left, and then stay on this left side. Just keep sprinting, try to avoid everything. You're eventually going to get to the guy shooting arrows at you. If you just sprint, you'll avoid it all. Go to this guy with the light and this giant catapult cannon. Run through there. Takes you off your speed. Still sprint, though. Sprint, sprint, sprint. You got guys that'll probably follow you behind. And you want to get to this little crevice here, which is where the Site of Grace is. So I'm going to touch it, and I'm going to hopefully avoid that guy, but I want to attack him because I'm here. Alright. So I killed him, rest of Site of Grace, and now all those guys that you ran past and might have aggroed aren't going to be there anymore. Now this flask icon that's telling you is, do you remember the golden tree that we ran by and got the golden seed? That is important for the flask. You can add charges. So I want to add the flask charge, and that'll increase the number of flasks that we have. You'll see these throughout the game. Eventually it'll require more, like 2 flasks to use and so on. And then there's a second item that we will cover in another video to increase the amount to replenish. So yeah, we got one more. We went to 5 here, so you can see that we have 5 flasks now, which is great because we're about to fight an enemy up there. But for the now, most of you would have gotten a little cutscene with Milena, and she was going to tell you that she wants to take the round hold. In the previous video, I said no because I wanted to cover it in this video for those that had skipped the last one. If you go here, tell her you're off to the round table hold. She will bring you there. And here we go. Cool spot. We got the round table hold. It's kind of like the hub for everyone. Talk to a lot of NPCs. You get a lot of stuff done here. You can read that. Up to you. When you do join here, this is what it looks like. I will show you on the map. It's in the bottom left-hand corner. So it wasn't there before. It is now. All you have to do is just zoom out all the way and then go down here, and that's the Site of Grace. When you get here, very cool spot. A lot of swords. You can talk to him for faith incantations. So if you're a faith user, you get that. This person, D, very cool character. Side quest. Talk to him. He is related to the person that you talked to in the shack, so I would talk to them. If you go over here, it is good and bad. Hedwig, or Helwig, he's the blacksmith. He can level up your weapon. So in the first video, I mentioned the Somber Stone and smithing stones, and level up your weapon at plus 10, plus 25, max out. You want to keep doing that because that does more damage when your weapon's in use. So Uchikatana, like the weapon that I have now, it's not improved in any way. It's just base. So if say it was a plus 3, and then I had another one that's a plus 4, the plus 4 does more damage. So it is important that you do come here and you do level up the weapons. And you can explore. You go down here. You can go over here. That door's closed. In this room, it's a side quest. It's part of the quest. That lady there, that lady, don't let her hug you. You have a permanent reduction on your health. You will have a status icon that stays there. It is a side quest. If you're doing a full game, you can do that. But for now, I wouldn't talk to her. For the no-nonsense walkthrough, we're going to leave her be. Now we're back to the main room. We came back out here. This is a fire. There will be another character there eventually. This is Gifford, the all-knowing, or I don't know if I pronounced his name right. You can talk to him. He's just kind of a sour patch. You come up here. You can open this door. It's blocked right now until you get your first kill. Demigod. There'll be some cool stuff that happens in there. If you go out through this way, you can see there's a little platform, and again, you could read these messages. This is probably going to say something interesting. Ahead. Okay, yeah. Pretty much, you could jump down there, and you will be invaded. That means that there is NPC in this case. It could be a person out in the world, but in this case, you get invaded by an NPC, and they're there to kill you, so you have to fight them. They're pretty good. You do get something when you defeat them, but for now, I'm not gonna do anything. And you will see some messages here. Eventually, there's going to be a character there. You don't have to worry about that right now. There's nothing really here to do except fight this person. And if you do fight them, you can end up going down there. There's a door and there's some items you can get. But again, no nonsense walkthrough. I'm not doing that. If you come over to the left side, so yeah, the right side is the blacksmith. This side is the NPC invader. This door kind of reveals some other NPCs. As you progress in the game, NPCs will show up. You can talk to them. You can talk to this person. There's a side quest for them. There'll be one here that you'll see actually pretty soon. Then you have these two, the Twin Husk. These are like a merchant you can go to. You talk to them. You can buy things from them. Here you go. A little explanation. If you want, it's kind of pointless to buy this stuff until you offer bell bearings and you have like stones there. I don't have any bell bearings. If I were to attack like an NPC, like a merchant, so someone that we saw like in the Church of Ella, the red suited person, we killed them. We would get their bell bearing. We could offer it to them, and then we have all the items in one shop, one place to go, so we don't have to worry about it. For now, since we talked to her, I want to talk to him. Again, this is a side quest. It's not part of the walkthrough. You don't have to do this. It's just offering. Okay, so we depleted that dialogue. Now, because we are doing a no-nonsense walkthrough, you don't have to do this. You can skip ahead a couple minutes. But I am going to show you what to do to continue that dialogue. Go back to Stormveil Shack. That's where we have the Heartbroken Maiden. And that's who we just talked to in the round table. He's the one that is familiar with her. So you want to go back. You want to talk to her. Deplete the dialogue again. Because eventually she will help you level up your summons. Oh, you know what? They might not be able to let us do that until we get to Margit Thoman. Okay, so that way, I will show you again where we're going to go to fight the boss. That's going to be a video on its own. He is the toughest boss in the game because he's the first one that you get, and he is definitely overpowered. You walk through the gate. Don't do that just yet. You could summon the summoning pool. This just lets it easier for, you'd be able to summon people. Comes in here. He's a good fighter. He has a lot of different movesets. He's kind of a ability check. So he's harder than you think, and it's kind of there so you understand that this game's not easy. And if you lose to him too easily or get one-shotted, you might want to level up before you continue. Or if you're good and you dodge and you fight him and you win, hey, good for you. Keep going with the game. If you struggle by yourself, there's going to be these gold signs that are on the ground. If you don't use a furling finger remedy that would summon people that you would know, like co-ops or like random people. This is just an NPC, so if you touch it, it'll tell you Sorcerer Ragier. Do we want to summon him? If we summon him, he will help us fight the area, defeat the boss. So we summon him, we'd fight with him. But whenever you summon someone, the boss's health increases as well. So know that. We're not going to fight just yet because this is a tougher battle. Instead, I'm going to show you a way to go around it. You do have to get through the castle so you get to, or you do have to fight Margit so you can get to the castle to fight Godric. But there's a way that you could bypass the castle if you want, and you could go up to this area. So you kind of see this our finger reader crone. You go up to her. So to do that, I'm going to go to Stormveil Shack. And again, this part is similar to the last video. This is not the direction of the game. This is kind of like a bypass, quickest route possible. So if you're not interested in that, if you want to go and fight the boss, you can do that. Up to you. That's your decision to make. If not, continue on the video. I will show you how to run past it. So I'm going to go again, same path earlier. We're going to try to dodge the fights. And now I'm going to go right here and jump over where the light is. And I'm going to follow this way. And then you see there's a little opening with these bats. You don't want to fight these guys. Now you get a little path. You're going to follow this path. And look at that. We're in this cool area. There's this finger reader crone. You talk to her. You don't have to. They're always the world's ending type people. So that's up to you. You could get that item. I don't really recall what that is, but I'm not going to avoid it. I'm just going to grab it. And again, this looks like you can jump off, so be careful. Just come on over. Alright, it's cookbook. Those are important. So I'm always going to go, whenever I traverse like different terrain, I'm going to use torrent just in case, because if I'm like walking this way and I fall off, I could use a double jump to might save me. Anyways, we're going to come back up this way. You see we walk down that way, we come up to this path. There's going to be this stone in this little cave. Just follow this route. If you need to slow down the video or pause it, go ahead. This path is just a little small one. There are some wolves here. I'm just going to run by them. All the wildlife. It does get dark. There is an item that you can get in the future. You could use a torch. If you wield a torch, it'll lighten up. For now, I'm not so worried about it. I know where it's going. So I'm just going to follow this path. Once I get to this cliff, I make a left. And I'm running this way. And there's the wolves. We're running by them. They were sleeping. We woke them up. We're going to keep going this way. Around this corner. More wolves. Now he woke everyone up. He said, hey, some guy over here is not where he's supposed to be. Alright, now you come this way and you see a site of grace. Now when we get here, we're going to... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay, we're going to touch of grace. And you can look back, and that's the castle that you can see. I am going to rest here. And nothing really changes. There's the Earth Tree. You have a bunch of stuff over here, but as you can see, I just skipped this entire castle. We're not going to do that as far as the walkthrough goes. We are going to go in the next video. We're going to go and fight Godric, or not Godric. We're going to fight Margit, and we're going to get through. We're going to get to the castle. We're going to end up over here, and we will continue on our way. Again, now this is a new area. You know what that icon means? That's a map. So if you want to keep continuing and you're not really feeling doing the castle just yet, you don't have to. This is a game, open world, do whatever you want. If you do want other places to explore, you can go down south. The Weeping Peninsula is pretty easy. We will cover that in a future video because there's an item down there that I really like, the lantern. And then you go to the right, this area in red, it's Khalid. Not great. It is definitely one of the most hated areas in the game, just because there's a lot of strong enemies. So if you're just trying to follow along with the walkthrough, join me in the next video. What we're going to do is we're going to start here, Castle Ward Tunnel, and we're going to fight Margit. Alright, thank you for joining.